Hi, good afternoon. Corey Thorne, psychic medium, spiritual healer, and life coach, coming in to do a channel message for my Scorpios. This is was supposed to be a March reading, but of course we're down into the last couple weeks of March. So it is a March for the last 2 weeks of March reading, but it's also going to be for April as well. So you'll kind of get two readings for April. One will be like a bonus reading, I guess, but this will be a last 2 weeks of March and an April, and I might even extend a little further than that. Who knows? So this, please remember that my readings are not to replace any doctors or psychological advice you have been given. It is to be taken as entertainment only. It is a general reading. It does not mean it will relate to everybody. This is not a personal reading. For personal readings, you can book a video session with me through CoreyThorne.com. Or you can email me or email me at CoreyThorne22@gmail.com, or go to my Facebook page and send me a message through there. This message is also the use of oracle cards as well as my channeling. So the cards that I'm using are those of others who have created them. They're not my cards. So the messages that I receive are not those that are designed for the cards. I use the cards as a reference, as a guide. So this message, I just have a sense of, I don't know why, I have a sense of like a heavier energy around my Scorpios for this next 2 weeks. I guess I do know why. We are coming up to a full moon. This week we have a full moon that is happening on the 21st. There is a full moon and switching into Aries, and it's a super moon, so it's a very powerful, energetic moon that's very kind of mixed with leaving Pisces and going into Aries. Feels like it's like the tail end of some emotions and kind of that push to want to rock the boat a little bit is what it feels like for my Scorpios, wanting to rock the boat a little bit. It's like being a water sign yourselves is that you tend to be feeling as if there's places where you're being kind of dulled or being dampened, a sense that, how do I put this? So what I feel like is for my Scorpios is that for the next few weeks, you're feeling as if everything that you want to do, somebody else is saying, no, you shouldn't do that. And it's like, but this is what I want to do. And it's like you have to really trust your own instincts, trust your own sense of knowing who you are, knowing what you want, but also knowing that you're very aware that you can get stung when you make a choice to kind of take a leap of faith, but it's a risk that's worth taking for you. You are in a place of a lot of change, no doubt. So I feel as if be very in tune with that well connected link between the heart and the brain. You're going to have to use both the heart and the brain, the heart and the brain. And it's and this is the logical brain as well as using your third eye. It's very important to stay connected to what do you see? How do you see things happening? The clarity. Don't be disillusioned is what it feels like to me. Don't be disillusioned by the dream, by the image of what you think things will look like. Be honest with yourself. Be very honest with where you're going, what is happening, what frame of mind you're in, and what it's going to take for you to get to this next level. I really feel like this is very, very much, you're very here, very much in the third eye place. A lot of the purpley colors. I'm seeing a lot of purple around you right now. And of course, with the full moon on 21st, we're also coming into spring equinox. So it is a time of blossoming. You have been kind of blossoming for a while now, though. It's like you've had a lot of blossoming happening, a lot of growth happening, a lot of changes happening. And now it's like kind of having to accept. You're having to accept. So just have this sense and feeling of accepting. Moving into April is acceptance. Acceptance that you're not quite always going to be everyone's cup of tea, or you're not going to fit where you don't belong, or you're not going to want to be at certain places. It just feels like, or you're not going to be welcome at certain places, whatever it may be. But I feel as if it is a time to kind of uh, sit in your energy, but also to go low. This is a time to go into, even though it's a time when most people are taking off, this is a time for you to kind of hibernate a little bit, stay on the lower key of things, like stay down, stay down in the place of continuing your development, continuing your growth, getting the knowledge that you need. You're going to be flying high soon enough. You're soon going to be taking off. But it's like, don't rush that happening. Don't feel that you need to push that. The end of April. By the end of April, I feel like a lot of change happening. Easter. I don't know why I'm picking up Easter, that Easter break, Easter time, a sense of booking yourself a trip, going away somewhere, asking for some assistance, asking for some help to kind of make your dreams come true. But it is also your time of regeneration. It's your time of kind of rising up from everything that you have experienced, everything that you have gone through. And so this, until that time, it is it's kind of like you're doing some healing work and some soul searching, some well-needed rest time, getting clear. And it's a time to go. So whatever you're walking away from, whatever old life, whatever old versions of yourself that were there, it's like you're saying, I need to get away from here. I need to kind of walk towards a new door, go into a new sense of, go into the true sense of reality, true sense of where you sit, what's going to serve you and who's going to serve you well. And I'm just picking up bucket list, doing some things that are on your bucket list coming into the spring, and to make sure you have everything well planned out. I don't know why I feel as if you have to have things by the book, very organized, very methodical, like think things through. You don't want to take that leap and kind of break your spirit. Take the leap, but with it being well figured out for you, what's going to suit you, what's going to resonate with you. You're going to do okay. You're going to do well. But you also have a lot of things that are happening that include other people. And so this is about being fair. And so whether or not it's walking away from a job, walking away from a relationship, or kind of walking away from the kind of image that you've had, and now having to kind of step into another image, and you didn't ask for it, but you have it. And so to be fair also comes into, just know that when you're thinking clearly, that you have to think about all parties involved. All parties have a right to be involved. And so if you're leaving a job that you're putting in the 2 weeks notice, that if you're leaving a home, apartment, you don't just walk out, that you say, I need to kind of, I need to ask for some, or I need to include everybody, or I need to give that notice. It's like about giving that notice, being, to get your fortune, you can't grab onto what everyone else has. And you can't just kick people to the curb. I feel like you have to be very, very kind. So be very kind, very, very caring. Don't be stinging anybody. And most of all, don't sting yourself. It's like I would come up from the rear. It's like we just don't want to catch any off guard. But I'm telling you, the April is like, there's some really good things happening. There is some changes. They're wonderful. They're beautiful. You are being given an opportunity to shine. And kind of, you know who you are. Remember that you know who you are. Stay true to who you know you are. This is not a time of saying that everybody just make me their punching bag, or everybody just kind of attack me. You know who you are. Stay true to that. Don't lose that. And put your own crown on. Let yourself shine. And here is the marriage card. I do feel as if you're moving in. And the reason why I think you have to be there is, I don't know, there's some changes coming that are like judgmental. So here's your marriage card that just came out. This is about a committed relationship, being committed to you, being committed to the relationships you're in. If you're in a great marriage, this means to me that you're finally starting to kind of find your stride. If you've had a rough winter, if you've had a rough time, I feel like this is finally starting to be able to enjoy the marriage that you had. If you're wondering about a marriage, this is one that's taking place, but you're coming together in a new healthy relationship with a healthy partner. But most of all, remember to walk in your grace. You know who you are. You are that, we're all that creation of God and that divine perfection. You're one of those. Don't be afraid. Don't lose that sense of who you are, and continue to have your integrity and walk in your grace as you've been finding your way to your happiness, because you are going through a time of regeneration, a time of transformation. And just know that everything that you're wondering is very much connected to God. Is surrender to what's out of your control, a God consciousness, whatever God means for you. And it's that just step out of the way, just surrender to what's out of your control. Let things just on play as they're supposed to, because things are falling into place, perfectly in place. And that includes job changes, leaving a home, moving into a new home. Also relationships. So there's some big changes. April the 21st of February or February 21st of March, that's happening this week. And then to the 21st of April, it's like, holy crap, watch how your life will change and watch how things are going to unfold, because they're going to unfold in a big way. Sometimes not so pretty, but sometimes so absolutely wonderful. Make sure that everything is legally done. Make sure you give your notice if you're leaving a place. Don't just walk out on anything or anybody, because you know your integrity. It's worth the conversation, and it's worth giving the notice, because in the long run, remember, if you burn that bridge, you can't cross it back again. So, and the validation card that fell to the floor, I actually have two, is that you are in between two worlds right now. But remember, this is the quiet time in between. Stay in the quiet time in between. Get through this retrograde. The end of April, coming into the beginning of April, you're already starting to see the come to fruition your full happiness. It's that you've found a key to your happiness. You found a key to your heart. Doesn't mean getting to happiness is always easy, but you're on your way there. And by the end of April, life is going to change drastically for my beautiful Scorpios. Have a wonderful end of March and April. Much love to you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.